Hey, how are you?
Hey Kevin, how are you?
I'm good. I'm
Nice to see
good.
you again.
Yes, that's right. So, can you just introduce yourself very quickly?
All right. Yeah, I'm Diane Pereira. I'm a Sri Lankan, but now operating from Dubai. And
Mm-hmm.
Sunala is my business partner. We started this company in 2019, and we're just reaching 6 years now. It's a big deal for us.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, I started my freight forwarding experience since 1993.
Mm-hmm.
So I think already completed 30 years in the field. So that's what I am. And maybe Sunla, you can tell about yourself.
Yeah, hi, I'm Sunela and also from Sri Lanka, partnered with Diane. And I've been in the trade since 95. Yeah, like I'll be completing 30 years in the trade this coming next year. We were working in different companies and then we, of course, joined together. We started working together somewhere in 2008
Yes.
or 7, 2007. And then together we worked in several companies. And then finally in 2019, we decided to open up our own company. That's how we are, and that's how Wings and Sales came to be.
How do you think has the cargo market evolved in recent years, and where do you think the future goes with logistics?
Well, if you're actually talking about recent years, but it faced a lot of ups and downs, I would say, starting with COVID. And then, of course, there was different other reasons. In the recent past, we have this Middle East crisis, some uncertainties, and then you have the border crisis in Russia and Red Sea. Which really kind of got the surcharges to hike, the freight levels really change from what it was before. So there are some ups and downs, but the levels are still now, I think they are more stable than before. But in terms of, if you're talking about overall change that happened to the global market, the
Yeah.
industry itself, freight industry, I personally feel that the supply chain, the concept of 3PL, 4PL, the supply chain concept really overtook a big share of the market, and the MNCs, the multinational big players actually got into a lot of contracts. The shipping lines have got into a lot of contracts with the companies, the actual shippers, actual consignees. And well, 10, 15 years back, we knew that this is happening when we actually were worried a bit, but they couldn't get rid of people like us, the smaller freight forwarders, because they really wanted freight forwarders anyway, in the end, to do to those personal stuff, the final end stuff. But overall, the supply chain concept, the big players have taken over at least 60, 70% of the market share. And we, I don't know, over a million freight forwarders are fighting for the rest. So it's competitive. The freight levels have really, the margins have really come down when you compare with the old days. But still, it's an interesting field. It's still a good trade to be
Still
in.
we survive.
Yeah. Okay. And how does Mundu influence your business?
Mundu is part of, I would say, when we started, Mundu is always have been a real part of our business. Fantastic network.
Mundo has been there from day one for us.
Yes. Okay. Mundu.
Even before we
later on,
started.
But well, for example, the ownership of Mundu, we would say, like
Daniel
and Aliza, they've been really
Daniel
good friends. And then when you talk about the network, what I like about it is you have some good, nice, reliable, good friends, good partners. It's not like just some of the networks that you have so many agents, so many multiple agents in any given place, and then you are really not you're not actually doing business. You're just fighting for rates, fighting for your share. But Mundu has a different concept. It has more a friendship based, partnership based business,
Yes.
and the inquiries, the opportunities that we share with each other are more of quality rather than just quantity. So I think that has really helped us to in certain bad times, like during COVID time, during the trouble times, that
Yes.
these partners have really been there. So yeah,
Yeah.
it has helped us. Yeah.
Okay. Um, and do you have any plans for the future for your company?
We keep
Yeah.
making plans every year.
Of
We
course.
come up with plans in the beginning of the year.
Mhm.
Always it's been like we try to diversify our service lanes, the routes, the kind of type of business that we handle. Verticals, yeah. I mean, we have what we do now. I mean, I don't need to tell the mainstream services, but then also we like to have our own niche, one or two that can really
Yeah.
develop future.
Mhm.
And we also want to go into the local markets more and more, so that we can actually generate more business to the network, and then we also can get back better results from the network. So yeah, I mean, I don't know, Sunil, I don't know whether you have something to say, but I don't. We all
I
have
think we
different
have to
verticals that we want to develop.
we look at how the market is changing, and then we have to,
Mhm.
you can make plans in the beginning of the year. These are certain things that what you can do,
Yeah.
but then the market keeps changing, and then you have to
Mm.
adapt yourself to that and change your plans, and then go f- go forth from there.
Yeah.
So
Mm.
it's a bit difficult to stick to if you plan something and say, okay, this is what we are sticking to, but then we do have like a guideline of what we planned from the
Mhm.
beginning. But then as the market changes, as the situations change, so many things happen right now in the market,
Mhm.
that you have to change your plans also according to that, to survive.
Yeah. Yeah. Sure.
Yeah.